Hi everyone, this is Coach Toyin, Christian Transformation and Lifestyle Coach and founder of the Narrow Gateway. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. I've just got a few things. Gosh, I've got so many things on my mind that I'd love to share with you. What I'm going to share with you right now is just in relation to trusting God. There's this song that says, trust and obey, for there's no other way to be happy in Jesus, but to trust and obey. Trust and obey. Okay, so I've recently, over the last sort of couple of months, been going through something with the Lord where He is teaching me all over again to trust Him. To trust Him. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever had this experience whereby you've been through something before and you just thought, I've mastered this thing. I already know what it is to trust God. I already know what it is to rely on God. I already know what it is to depend on God for my everything. And then God takes you right back to that place, that lesson that you thought you had learned, right? And He uses the circumstances in your life to help you to learn something again, something that you thought you already knew. And right now, in this case, it's learning all over again to trust in the Lord and just obey Him. There's sometimes in your life when you know that the Lord is moving you into a new season. He has given you promises. He has said to you, I'm going to do this in your life. I'm going to do that in your life. In fact, I am ready to perform my word. I'm ready. And you are like, yes, let's do it. Yeah. And then nothing happens. The doors that need to open in order for that thing that God has promised you and that God has said to you He is ready to do in your life, the doors that need to open are closed. Like nothing is happening, nothing is moving, and you're like thinking, okay, 1 day goes by, 2 days go by, 1 week goes by, 3 weeks go by, and nothing is happening. And you start to get worried and you start to get afraid and you start to be like, what is going on? Then you start to think, okay, let me figure out how I'm going to make it work myself. Isn't it God has told me to go ahead, right? Fine. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to make it work for myself. Shabi, I've got a brain in my head. I've got sense. I've got connections. I've got a way to go about making things happen. I know just how to go about it. So let me just go about and make it happen. This thing that God has said He's going to do in my life, let me go and make it happen. And then you start striving, and that's where the tension comes and the stress comes, because now you're striving to bring about what God said He is going to do or that He is doing in your life. And now you're striving to make it happen. And that is so difficult and that is so frustrating, because you're like, I'm not supposed to be striving. This thing is supposed to happen itself. And you're wondering, but is it that God is testing me, or is it that God wants me to put my faith into actions? What exactly does God want me to do? Well, for me, I cannot say that this is a formula for every single person that's going through this. But for me, in this current season, what the Lord is saying to me is, Toyin, I have said to you that this is your new season. This is what I am bringing you into. But I want you to learn to trust me. I want you to learn to pause and be still and know that I am God. I want you to not be so desperately clung or desperately clinging to any change or any shift in your life, so much so that you lose your peace, you lose your sense of certainty because of a situation, no matter how important that situation is. I want it to be such that as long as you are grounded in your place in me, you feel like, all I need is Jesus. All I need is Jesus. As long as I have Jesus, I have everything. It's fine. Yes, I know. New season. Yes, I know there needs to be a shift. Yes, I know God is taking me higher. Yes, I know God is moving me into my new season. But as long as I am firmly grounded in my place in Christ, I'm fine. When He's ready to bring me my new season, He will be. In the meantime, I will just be at peace and wait on Him in His courts, because that's all I'm about. And that's the season that I am in. And I think a lot of us are experiencing this a lot of the time, where we are so ready for God to move us on. In fact, God has given us the assurance that He is ready. But then we see that nothing is happening. And a lot of time it's because the Lord wants us to learn that there's absolutely no good gift that He can give you that is better than He Himself. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. There is no good gift that God can give you, and that God will give you, and that God is willing, or that as God has promised to give you, that is better than the gift of himself. And many times God actually wants to teach us. He is standing ready to give you the good gifts, and then he hangs back because he wants to teach you a lesson. What is the lesson? Trust me. Do you trust me? Are you going to obey me in and out of season? If I didn't give you this gift right now, would you still hang with me? Would you still cling to me? Will I still be your delight? Will I still be the joy of your life? Will I still be the one who you love, the one who you want? Will I be enough for you, even if I don't give you this good gift? Do you trust me? Do you trust me because you know that I am good? Do you trust me even when the storm is raging around you? Do you trust me because you know that I am good? Because you know that no matter what fires are raging, your safe space, your comfort space, your happy place is with me in my presence in the secret place of the Most High. And that's where I'm at in this current season of my life. It's not been an easy lesson. It's not because I know. You know, when you just know that the Lord has given you the permission, he's shifting you to a new season, and he has given you the permission to move. And then he hangs back. And then he says, my darling, I need you to learn that in quietness and confidence is your rest. I need you to learn to pause and to reassess. Where does your hope lie in? Is it in this thing, this good gift, this new season, or is it in me? Do you trust me? Do you hope in me? Are you dependent on me? Am I everything that you want? Am I all that you need? If I don't take you into this new season, will you still be rejoicing and be glad in me? Or will you be stressing and striving and fearful? And that's been it. And so I am learning, because clearly I thought I had mastered this season, but clearly I had not. So I am learning all over again to be at peace with God, to have genuine peace, to have rest, to have quietness, to have confidence, because of that whole sense of all I have is you. Even if I had the world, I have nothing really if I don't have you, Lord. All I have is you. I want to encourage you today, if you're listening to me and you are or have been experiencing a sense of frustration and strife and stress because things are just not working out the way you thought they would work out. Life is just not happening as you anticipated that it would happen. Why? Because the things that you believe are yours are just not coming. I want to encourage you to grow in your trust and your reliance on God. Make a decision today and say, I'm going to trust God. It's not the matter of going to trust God. I'm like, okay, now I'm trusting you, Lord. You better shift my situation, oh God, shift my situation. No, it's the kind of thing where you trust God. You let him know the things that you're praying about. You let him know the things that you're anxious about. And then you leave them with him. And then you cling to him for love, for joy, for peace, for intimacy. You cling to him and be like, Lord, I'm going to rather immerse my energies in knowing you. I'm going to rather immerse my energies in spending time with you. I'm not going to rather immerse my energies in knowing your heart, in knowing what it is that you're all about in this season. I'm going to rather immerse my energies in loving you with my whole heart. And when you do that, I promise you, you will find rest. And something that I have realized lately, is that the answers that we're looking for, we find in the place of rest. Many of us come to God with prayer requests and we're looking for him to shift the circumstance. Whereas actually what God is planning to do is to shift you into a place of rest. A place where your trust is in God and God alone. A place where you are your hope is so much into God that you get to the point where even if your circumstance doesn't shift, you're like, I am at peace because I am with the Lord. And for a lot of us, when we reach that place, we will find things falling, those circumstances shifting and falling into place as if so easily. Why? Because we have allowed God to move us into our place of rest. Anyway, I hope that what I've shared with you has been a blessing to you. May the God of peace be with you. May you allow God's peace to be with you. Because a lot of times it is actually more about us allowing the peace of God to be with us. So may you allow God's peace to be with you today and always. I'll pray for you. God bless you. This is Coach Toyin.